infinite gratefulness for existence. Dear souls, Namaste. My name's Ivo Arthur, and this is LOKOS TV Now Meditation Music. It has been a pleasant, long journey, and I'm inspiring thousands of people, like in this special moment, that it's very gratificant for me, which I am entirely, eternally, infinite, unconditionally, unlimited grateful for the existence, which is now completing 100,000 subscribers, which for me are not subscribers, they are souls. We are interconnecting ourselves even more in a way that we can presence physically through a simple touch that can generate multiple infinite energy, which then can embrace all there is as oneness. And I'm very grateful for all of your existence, for supporting me and supporting yourselves in this oneness of energy. This is the oneness, the source of oneness energy field, where we all can interact with each other. A simple touch for you, it multiplies infinite energy in all directions, which can cause different changes, increase vibration field in all ways beyond imagination. This is taking me to a higher step of consciousness, where I can interact through the music, through the sound of the universe, through my production, which generates this oneness. Otherwise, if I'm doing alone, it's not so oneness as the feeling itself. Love is to be spread and not saved. Share the oneness of love. This is all I do. There is no me in this oneness. There is only all there is. And so you are part of it, which you are part of the oneness. So we are the oneness. And so a simple touch is a significant way of getting in touch with the oneness. And so here I am to explain also why the name LOKOS TV. I never did this before, and so I have awaited this moment to spread why the name LOKOS TV. That most of you have wondered why he has chosen this name for this purpose. And so here you have it. You're gonna have the answer. Because I'm still not reaching, if you are seeing this video, I'm still not reaching 100,000. But perhaps you're gonna see this video also reaching 100,000. But for that, I was already grateful for achieving this 100,000 and even beyond of that before reaching, because that's the highest manifestation of being and not having or becoming. We are already what we manifest by being grateful for this present moment of now. So I was grateful for my present moment of now to be this now and beyond. And so here I am, and here we are, completing a higher level of consciousness by reaching 100,000, and the next is 1 million. And so I am entirely grateful for all your existence, as we are all, because if you are subscribed, it means you are part of it. And wherever you are not subscribed and you still listen to tracks, you are part of the Oneness. And even if you are not listening to tracks and you didn't subscribe and you even don't like me or you don't like this energy, it doesn't matter. We are all interconnected. This is just a way of knowing that we simply are, by being significant to each other, by a simple touch. That's how love is. Simple touch. Simple touch. A simple touch. And so why I have chosen LOKOS TV? This is very special because I used to live in Switzerland. Now I'm living in Portugal, and before I was living in France. But all started when I was in Switzerland. I am a DJ. I was a DJ. I was a DJ producer. And so I started playing around. I was in the nightclubs. I loved electronic music. I love electronic, tech house, deep house, wherever the music touched my feelings. And I was very different from the spiritual world, or let's say connected to my body, mind and soul as oneness. And so I was in this kind of life that was nothing alike now. And so I have this in my blood to create music, to be a creator itself. Not just music, but being a creator. Even I have a channel that is WOW TV, We Are All One, and I have also another channel that is the same purpose, but in Portuguese language. And so in these videos, in these channels, I explain myself in the oneness self. And so I aid as a master, as a guru, whatever, to guide you in your life through my experience, in my journey. So beyond creating music, I also interact with you in these channels more personally. So by sharing my knowledge, my experience, my journey with all of you in a way that it can interact and have a big impact in your lives. And so this is my being the oneness being. This is my sharedness, which doesn't exist, but I've created this word because I am a creator. We are creators. We are here to create and manifest. So I'm here to create and manifest and experience my reality, which is the oneness reality. And so there, I used to have an agency of DJs. So I was organizing parties. And so the first ever name that came to me was Locos Motivos. And why Locos Motivos? Because the first ever name existed in my mind was the locomotive. So the agency, the name would be Locomotive. But then it would be called the Locomotive only. But then I would say, no, I want something that involves the locomotive, but in different ways. And so that's where Locos Motivos came, to be alive. Sorry about this wind, just nature being alive. It's still not summer, so I'm experiencing the winter time, this grateful sun today, and making this video for you. Locomotive, because life for me was like a locomotive. But inside the locomotive, imagine life being a locomotive. So, a locomotive, it's like you are, when it's starting, all these mechanisms So you start this slowly, and then you have this speed of the all mechanisms being in balance, and creates this sound, which then you are in this locomotive going straight, and then you reach this speed and you are balanced. You cannot go higher or you cannot go slower because you are feeling very good. And then before you take your ways of life, you have to decide, which you send a message to the operator line operator, which then will make the transaction of the line, which the operator is the universe itself, which is connected through the heart. And so it changes the line for you to take the way you want. And so you can only take one way at once, because the locomotive takes one way at once. And so this is what was the principle. Without the spiritual touch, I'm adding now the spiritual touch. So I knew that this was going to be something that would be transcendent, transform, and regenerating itself into new ideas, new concepts inside the same base concept of locomotive. And so as a way of imagining this locomotive, it sounds also like locos motivos, with the same locos motivos, locomotive. And so we changed the letters to be more Latin and more universal, because locos, hey, you are loco, it's more Latin, but also even an American can speak, hey, you are loco, you know, like, and motivos, motive, it's very universal, all together, locos motivos. And what that means is locomotive itself, and then locos motivos. So you have crazy motives, because life is like this. You have to take crazy motives, crazy ways to achieve whatever you are achieving. And so this was very crazy project, because you have to take DJs, you have to interact with their lives and put them into play. And this was the project that includes everything that could be sound crazy, which sounds cool. And so the life is itself, we are a locomotive, and then the locomotive itself is locos motivos, because you are taking crazy motives to operate in this life. And so this creates a trinity, which locomotive, locos motivos. And then we had this agency, which was Locos Motivos Productions, which then we realized video clips together with our DJ movies, videos, and all together with the music. So this was an agency of different things, and also we were including DJs, so we were turning ourselves into a label. But there was a moment that didn't work out. And so I finished everything, I closed everything, and I went to France, because there was my mom there, my brother, and I awakened over there my spiritual way of life. So that was part of my purpose, but not completely my purpose, because I was not corresponding to my higher self, to my higher being. And so that was my difference of life, my making. And that's where all this started. I started to operate in a spiritual way. So I said, how I can be a DJ in this spiritual way of life? And that's where I applied this, by still being a DJ, but of the souls. So I'm a soul DJ, the DJ of the souls, which then I operate in the energetic soul feelings with all of you. And where this LOKOS TV came from? Since Switzerland, we have decided to open, I was with also another people, we have decided to open a YouTube channel. And to have a YouTube channel as a channel, I call it TV. But then, I wouldn't call LOKOS TV. It's too long. I wanted something more fresh, more cool. And so that's where I cut a half and put LOKOS TV. And what we show? LOKOS Productions. And so there's where LOKOS TV came out. And so there's, most of you think, hey, this is the purpose, no, this is so cool. Or maybe some of you will say, oh, this is a bullshit. Or some of you will say, it's very interesting. And so no matter what you think about this, it's just my thing being open for you. You are living this, and now you understand what's the concept, what was the first project about this. And is this the creation that I want to share with you, that you are a creator. So create your stuff, which interacts with the oneness source of energy, and not just keeping by yourself. A creation, it is only a creation when you take it out of your mind and of your heart, and you put it into practice, into experience, and share with everyone, not just keep to yourself. So I'm here to spread the creation, the manifestation. You are living this creation that once was on the heart and then was on the mind, and now you are experiencing it. And there's even more people, more souls that are coming to experience it. And this is the infinite process of creation. Spread the love, light, and peace through the infinite process of creation, which manifests all there is as oneness. Namaste for the 100 subs, 100,000 subs, and beyond. Namaskar. My name is Ivo Arthur. This is LOKOS TV, now meditation music. Gratefulness for existence.